Welcome everyone. Uh, Today I will discuss the bearings, different types of bearings, means classification of bearings, and the use of bearings in various electrical devices. So let's start. So what is a bearing? So bearing is a device which supports or guides the moving elements. Okay, moving element means it can be a shaft. So the material used for bearing is generally preferred as cast iron or bronze or brass linings. If you are using the cast iron, means it will be used for low speeds or very slow speed. Okay, if you are using bronze or brass, then it will be used for high speeds. Okay, up to this is clear. What is bearing? It is simply a supporting element which guides or moves the moving element. Okay, so next go to the classification of bearings. Okay, so there are two types of bearings. One is your plain bearing and another one is your ball and roller bearing. Okay, so plain bearing is categorized into three types. One is your general bearing, second one is your pivot bearing, and the third is collar or thrust bearing. Let's discuss one by one. So what happens in general bearing and what is general bearing? A general bearing is one in which the bearing pressure is perpendicular to the axis of the shaft. You have to remember that point. The bearing pressure is perpendicular to the axis of the shaft in case of general bearing, and the portion of the rotating element in which is in contact with the bearing is called the journal. Means the portion in which the rotating part is in contact, that contact part is your called journal. Clear? So next is your pivot bearing. Okay, so what is pivot bearing? A pivot bearing is one in which the pressure is parallel to the axis of the shaft. Okay, so look the difference. In general bearing, the bearing pressure is perpendicular to the axis of the shaft, but in pivot bearing, the bearing pressure is parallel to the axis of the shaft and the end of the shaft rests on the bearing surface. Okay, means in that case the bearing means the end shaft end, it will rest on the bearing surface. Clear? So next go to the collar bearing. Okay, so what is collar bearing? In collar bearing, the pressure is parallel to the axis of the shaft, which is passed and extended through the bearings. Okay, here the bearing is extended. Okay, and these bearings are generally used to take up the unbalanced axial loads on the horizontal shaft. Okay, if the load is light, means if you are using very low light weight, then you can prefer a single collar thrust bearing. Okay, so it will desire your fulfillment. But if you are using the large loads, then it is recommended to use the multiple collar bearings or thrust bearings. Clear? So this is the basic definition of journal bearing, pivot bearing, and thrust or collar bearing. Okay, remember in journal bearing, simple, the bearing pressure is perpendicular to the axis of the shaft. Okay, and the portion that is in contact with the shaft, that is in rotating element, that is called journal. And in pivot bearing, the bearing pressure is parallel to the axis of the shaft and it will rest on the end of the shaft surface. And in collar bearing, it is the bearing pressure is also parallel to the axis of the shaft, but it is passed and extended through the bearings. Clear? So next category is your second type. One is your roller bearing or simple ball and roller bearing. Okay, so commonly it is preferably known as anti-friction bearing. Okay, or you can call it as rolling contact bearings. Why? Look here, in so ball and roller bearings are also known as rolling contact bearings because the bearing elements especially are in rolling in contact. Okay, that's why it is called rolling contact bearing, or you can tell that it is a anti-friction bearing. Okay, sometimes it is referred as anti-friction bearing. Okay, the starting friction in ball and roller bearings is lower than that in an equipment in journal bearing, in which the metal to metal rubbing takes place at the time of starting. So the ball and roller bearings are quite suitable for moderate speeds. Okay, so this is the meaning of ball and roller bearings. Okay, so let's move to the use of different types of bearings in our electrical equipments. Okay, or electrical devices. Okay, so fine. So here you can see a table where the use of bearings in different electrical equipments are given in the tabular form. Okay, so let's see. Suppose you are using the equipment that is your high pressure motor, which shaft is horizontal and it has no end thrust. So in that case it is required to use the journal bearing. Clear? Second one, if the high it is high, it will be high HIGH, high HP motors with horizontal shaft and having end thrust. If you are having end thrust, then it is preferable to use thrust bearing or roller bearing. Okay, roller bearing. Next, if the equipment is turbo generator with vertical shaft, if with the vertical shaft, then the bearing is your pivot bearing. For similarly for tabular fans, you are using the ball bearing of radial type, and for ceiling fan, okay, the simple ball bearing with thrust type. Clear? If you are using the medium high pressure motors with horizontal shaft without end thrust, okay, then you are using the roller bearing of radial type. Clear? Now point number 7, the medium high pressure motors with vertical shaft. Okay, for vertical shaft you are using thrust type roller bearing. Okay, similarly for medium high pressure motors but the shaft placed in inclined position, if the position of the shaft is at an angle, then the bearing preferable will be roller bearing, that is tapered type. Clear? So this is all about your bearing.